It's another Let's Talk About It. And today I thought I would talk about when things don't go as planned. Life is interesting and it changes rapidly, sometimes within our control, most times not within our control. And it can be very jarring for us to experience those things at the best of times, regardless of what they are, whether it's something related to our health, whether it's related to our education or our careers, the relationships we have in our lives. There are so many different ways that life can throw us curveballs. And I think first and foremost, it's really just important to take a moment to just let it sink in, I guess, or just for you to be able to absorb what you're being told or what is happening in your life that has created this abrupt change. I know I've referenced COVID many times in the past, and I probably will many more in the future. But just being aware of when that abruptness happens, that it's okay to take a pause and kind of assess what else is happening in your life. And I talked about this a bit in my post on Monday about finding the silver lining. So I talked about heat waves and how it was horrible because it's a demonstration of climate change in present day. But on the other hand, I got my water in. And while those things aren't really equal, it is a way of looking at it in a more positive note. So what do you do when you wake up in the morning and you open your phone and maybe you read something that was completely unexpected? Maybe you get a phone call at a point throughout the day that gives you some information that you either weren't expecting or that is setting you off course a bit, let's say. So what do? I don't think there is a right answer or a correct answer. I think it's such a personal way that we experience these things and we feel these things. And I think that's the most important piece to acknowledge, is that just because somebody might get bad news and then they do like phenomenal things in that aftermath, doesn't mean that you have to do that too. If for you it takes sitting in bed for a day or two or a week and just mourning, or just taking that time to pause and really consider what is happening around you, that's also okay. How we deal with things is very individual. I remember waking up after an election in the US. I was living abroad. So I was just waking up as everybody else was going to bed, and the news of who won was funneling in, and just remember feeling this like deep sadness and fear for what is to come ahead. And I let myself have that day. And then the next day I got up and I said, okay, what hasn't changed? These are the things that I can control. These are the things that haven't changed that are still out of my control. And then I made a plan going forward from that. Even in fitness, when we're talking about our health and our fitness, let alone world events or other things going on, if we're strictly talking about our health and our fitness, I mean, getting sick, that throws us off our plan. I don't know, an injury takes us off our plan. An evening out, depending on how old you are, can also take us off of our plan. Sometimes if we're out past 9 o'clock, we need a couple of days to recover from that, even though we just drink water and coffee. So I mean, it doesn't have to be a large scale event either to set us off course, but the important thing is to get back on track as soon as we can, and just process things in the best way that we can, that is the most healthy and productive for us. And if you find yourself in a spot where, okay, I'm off my plan, it's been a couple of weeks, I don't know how to get back on the train, ask for help. Generally, your community of perhaps whatever that thing is you're working towards, whether it's fitness, whether it's school, whether it's some other hobby, whatever it is, reach out to others in that community and find the inspiration or find that energy that you had a few weeks ago or yesterday or whatever the case may be. Reach out to friends and family and get them engaged, and yeah, find that process in that way. Even just reassess your goal. Maybe the goal has changed and that's why you're not excited to get back to things. Like maybe you've injured yourself and then you realize, oh, I injured myself doing burpees and I don't even like doing burpees. Why do I still want to do them? Maybe you don't. So assess the goal, and it's perfectly fine to change your goals as you go. That is one of the reasons we talk so much about setting incremental or smaller short-term goals, so that we're not working towards one big thing and then halfway through realizing, ugh, well, I wasted that. Yeah, and if that's what you need to do, cool. Reset the course. Find whatever you need to do to reset the course, get back on track to whatever you're aiming for. Find that energy and just be your awesome self. That's it for me. I'm going to continue sipping my coffee. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day ahead.